Global Titan Business Podcast. This is the first episode of a series of episodes of a new venture that the Global Titan team is working towards. We have decided from today onwards, we're going to talk to businessmen and entrepreneurs across Africa and across the world and learn from them exactly what goes behind what you and me see every day businesses. We see the end part where they're delivering products to us, whether they're small retailers or large, big brands. We're just at the end point or the end users of those products. What we don't understand is what goes behind all of that. And that is what we're going to learn with these series of podcasts. And for our first guest, we have Mr. Tony, who is the manager of the Ginger Tavern restaurant. And this restaurant has been very, very successful for the in the past 1 year. It started a year ago, and today we find it turning its losses into profits. And that takes time with businesses. We've noticed a lot of businesses take 4 to 5 years, especially restaurants, to turn over into profits. But now, with Ginger Tavern, they've done that within just a year. So we're going to learn more about that when we talk with Mr. Tony. Mr. Tony, how are you? And thank you for joining us on our podcast.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed, for having me around. So today, being here is a good thing on how to talk about business and how to grow in business. So thank you so much for having me around, Mr. Mohammed.
So without pushing on anything else, let's get to the crux of the matter. Let's focus on why are you so successful? And I remember something you were telling me off the screen a little moment ago, is that your focus was entirely on the customer. You always wanted to focus on the customer from day one, and your business has adapted to your customer-centric focus. So tell me, from A to Z, how are you customer-centric, right? I mean, we always hear about this notion that businesses are customer-centric, but how are you customer-centric?
So for talking about customer-centric, one of the things, Mr. Mohammed, one of the things I'm going to talk about is the building the customer loyalty. Now, by building the customer loyalty, excellent service and makes customer feels valued, yeah? And by making a customer feel so valued, it really impact on the sales because it makes also the customer be satisfied. And by making him or her be satisfied, on the other hand, it makes him make more or another purchase at the end of the day. The next thing is by the word of mouth marketing. Yeah. Now, by a happy customer always shares information about the store. You see, and that's the good thing. By sharing, be on another level. The other thing is increase in sales and revenue. So by good service, it's really improving upselling and cross-selling, and that's one of the things that are really working for us by considering the customer-centric. Yeah.
I mean, that's very good to hear, Mr. Tony, and I'm sure there's a lot of business secrets that you're not going to tell me here today. But let's try to cut a little bit deeper into what you just said. Right? You said customer loyalty is built on good customer response. But what is good customer response? How are you responding to a customer that's coming into your store? Pretend I'm walking into your store, right? How are you going to deal with me? And imagine I'm a difficult customer. I come in, I say, I don't like the price of that. I don't like the price of that. And I just take your time, annoy you all over the store, and walk out without buying anything. So how would you build loyalty in me as a customer?
So first of all, by doing this, by someone walking in, one thing all of us have to understand is all about psychology. We are all different. We are all facing different things. So I can walk in the store, I'm not feeling okay. I need something because I need to feel good because I feel like I need to have this thing. Really need to have this thing for me to feel good and for me to end my day in a good mood. Whatever I'm facing, whatever I'm going through, but now I have to walk in and see. But now, whenever a customer comes in, you have to fit yourself or be in the customer's shoes. Even if he's feeling bad, even if he's giving out a bad review, you have to take it lightly. And you have to at least control the customer so that he or she can be comfortable around you. So those are part of the things that you are working and pushing on so that you are affecting in such kind of areas whereby we make the customer feel comfortable in whatever mood he or she is, so that he can be able to like purchase or make something, even if it's not, at the end of the day he's not going to purchase. I'm very sure he'll be coming back the next day or the day after, and you'll be like, okay, I need like this and this, and I feel so comfortable around here because these people are able to hear me out. And even if it's a negative feedback he gave out, we are able to work on the negative feedback to at least make him or her feel so comfortable around us.
I think this is something that's severely lacking in businesses, and in more particularly frontline employees. We
Yes,
hear
Sam.
like it's definitely difficult for frontline employees, dealing with customers, especially the difficult customers. And I agree, like, we can't take that work lightly. At the same time, what I need to like what I could understand from the conversation you just had with me is that empathy is very, very necessary for frontline retail store employees. And the
Yes, Sam.
only way that is possible is you train in them in the way, and you compensate them in a way that they have to focus on what's in front of them. They need to empathize with the customer coming in, regardless of how he behaves, whether he purchases or
Yeah.
not. Because even if
Yeah.
he's rude right now, maybe there's something going behind in his life, as you mentioned,
Yeah.
that he's not having a good day, right? And
That's true. Yeah.
when he goes back and thinks about it, when he's out of that whatever state of mind he is in, he'll realize, like, these people, I went here, I was rude, I was disruptive, I didn't buy anything, and they still dealt with me in a manner that was very, very decent, right? And he'll come
Yeah.
back, as you
That's
said.
right.
So it makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense, and I think that this goes for most people to understand why this is an important aspect to retail businesses, especially restaurants. So
Yeah.
I think you got the gist of how you were so
Yes,
successful and your
Sam.
business is so successful. So
Yeah.
let's focus on something else a little bit. So before coming and joining you in this meeting, I was exploring the Ginger Tavern restaurant's social media. I saw you had WhatsApp integrations, you had regular social media presence about the food that you were offering, so on and so forth. Plus, I also saw something on my screen after that. I was seeing ads that were linking to your particular platform.
Yeah.
So, without focusing on the ads first, tell me, how important do you think was social media in pushing and creating a presence that helped you bring customers within the 1 year, from turning into a profitable restaurant within the span of 1 year?
Okay, so one of the things we are talking about over here is social media. Social media, Mr. Mohammed, has a lot of millions of people in. A lot of people nowadays are moving towards social media, whereby they are the ones digging into information before making any approach to any kind of business. See? And by doing this, if you have an upper hand of producing contents towards the customer or toward the people who are using social media, at the end of the day, it might catch eyes of different people, and they'll be after catching eye, they might develop an interest whereby they are like, I think I have to check more or dig deep on these people or this restaurant, this business. I need to like try and know what services they offer. I think with the contents, they are speaking out much of what they're doing. So let me make a step ahead of going or approaching them. And this is so good, whereby working on the content, producing more content, having a website, having a link whereby it can make it easier for someone to reach you out. WhatsApp integration really helps, whereby someone can click is in the WhatsApp asking for more information about you guys. So it's all about you people coming up with a good sequence whereby it's not awesome, just simple, precise, and catchy too, whereby someone can hop in and ask for something, and you people are like converting that person into a customer or a warm lead. And at the end of the day, we make sales, we grow, and that's all about business. Growing, making step day in, day out, and being at a certain level whereby you are happy seeing the progress, and you're happy to convert whatever capital you came up with. At the end of the day, that's what is keeping us going.
So let me paraphrase that a little bit here, Tony. Tony. So
Yeah.
what you're saying and what you're telling me is that building up a social media presence is not easy. It's a step-by-step process, and you need to be consistent
Yeah.
about it. And that is the crux of social media strategy. You need to be consistent. You're not going to get quick returns, but if you stick to it step by step, you're going to get tremendous exponential returns after a certain period of time. So let's focus on the next thing we need to understand here is basically digital marketing. So correct me if I'm wrong. You guys are also leveraging digital marketing to reach out to people through social media, making them aware of the products that you offer. So how helpful has been digital marketing in getting you customers and getting unique new customers walking in through that door?
So digital marketing has really helped us, Mr. Mohammed, whereby the news spread out easily. And also from the reviews that you are getting from the customer each and every time we make up or come up with a content, and having the team be creative and be in a position whereby they can share out their ideas on how we are going to progress or do a good content really helped us in um, curbing or solving or whatever the review is, negative or
Basically, it got
feedback.
you more access, right? And you were
More
able to
access.
reach more people. You would talk to more
That's
people,
true.
and with your customer-centric efficiency, right? You were able to
That's true.
convince them even through your, over the digital channel.
Yeah, that's true, Sam. And that's the thing. That's the thing. That's how we make moves on with the digital marketing. So all that really helped her to like be in a certain level, Sam.
I mean, it's a unique approach, Tony. Like a lot of people, especially on the retail side, don't think much of digital marketing. Especially in Kenya, so and in Africa, for that matter. So, what we understand here is that digital marketing is of tremendous help to businesses, even small ones, in gaining customers and getting eyeballs on their businesses. And again, I'm learning a lot here, Tony. So I'm going through this process with you. So it might seem a little bit dry, right? But but it's wonderful learning all of this, because I'm doing a business. I'm not on the retail side, but it's a lot of what you're telling me, it's going to be very, very effective in what I'm doing on my side as well. So
that's true.
Basically, another aspect to it is you're getting people, you're getting repeat customers, right? I'm presuming that's true. You're getting people that are coming in day after day, or in a regular intervals, and these are your repeat customers. These are loyal customers, right? So, and I've heard basically from you, right? Again, before the conversation, when you were giving me information about your business, was Ginger Tavern restaurant is personalizing messages based on previous customer data. So let me paraphrase. An old customer came in, he bought something, he asked you something, he went out. You know this stuff, right? What he said, what he bought, and based on that, you are sending him personalized messages on the product he bought or the products he's interested in, whether they're in stock, whether they're on sale, so on and so forth. So how have you been implementing this process?
So by implementing these all the process, you have to have a system, and for you having a system in place, you have to have, like, let's say, a point of sale, whereby you have to track down your stock. You have to know, by tracking down your stock, you'll be able to know whenever another customer comes in, like he wants something, you're able to know, I have this certain amount of items in stock, and I need to like add more or work on that because someone can hop in anytime. So stock tracking, by introducing a point of sale, you have to know, like, it helps in stock tracking, helps in like working out, like making it efficient for you to track down each and everything that is happening. Method of payment, if it's maybe mobile payment or cash payment, you just make it helps you like to know and track down what amount of money came in during that day. At the end of the month, daily, or at the end of the month, you are able to know, this is what I made, and this is what I got from like whatever I sold during the month. This is what like each and every item are performing. Like, there's like performance in each and every item. There's some items that can do like much more better compared to other items. And that's what you're like, that's business. Because what at the end of the day, you come up with an idea whereby, how can I boost this item that is not doing so well? What should I add on that? How can I maintain this item that is doing so perfectly well on top of the chart, and make it maintain there? But now I have to work on this item that is not doing good, and make it be close to that what's on the top, sir.
I mean, phenomenal. And I like, again, like, it's really interesting of how you're leveraging modern technology and
Mm-hmm.
and just basic common sense, being customer
Yes, sir.
focused, leveraging
That's true, Mr.
technology,
Mohammed.
and leveraging customer habits in making sure you engender or create repeat customers, right? So let's talk about something else.
Yeah. Yes,
I've
sir.
seen a couple of your videos, right? You making some cocktails and you're preparing something, so on and so forth. So based on that, I had an
Yeah.
idea, right? And I was thinking, did you have any in-store events, tastings, or some sort of event where, like, you're recording that video, you might be teaching people how to make that drink, right? So on and so forth.
Yeah.
So did you have events
Yeah.
like that in your store? And did that help you bring new people in and get them familiar with your store branding or your
Yeah.
restaurant branding?
So one of the thing with us, or with people, like us human being, we love seeing things, yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the things, whenever people, or let's say like customers, see like you're doing something, yeah, they'll be interested. It makes them have an interest in them, that,
Mm-hmm.
hey, what are these people doing? Or they're recording, they're shooting, or they're like, okay. So that's a good thing. So one of the thing is, like, whenever they come across that, they'll be like, okay, let me go and see whatever these people are doing. Okay, on the other side, outside the stores, you have to have like a piece of, like, let's say, whiteboards, stating down these kind of offers we're having. These are kind of the things that you're preparing today. 20% off, 50%, buy one, get one free. All those kind of things, like, are there to make people stream in. You record, they come in, they grow an interest. You write down outside there, like a piece of things, like these offers that you are having today. They grow, they come in, the news spread. They're like, hey, I think this place have this. I have a
So
friend.
correct
And
me
at
if
the end
I'm
of the
wrong here,
day,
Tony.
that's how
Sorry
it
to
is. You
cut you off
convert
there,
them.
but
Yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong here. So
it's
you're
okay, sir.
having these sales promotions as in-store events to attract people. You have
Mm-hmm.
this in a large whiteboard where you tell you people you're making this mocktail
Mm-hmm.
or you're making this cocktail or you have this pizza being made today, and you make an event out of daily
Yeah,
restaurant processes. So people are
yeah,
interested in how a pizza goes into in a pizza oven. You make that an event.
yeah.
You bring in people, you're telling you're making this, they can come and see how you're making that pizza. Or you're making a cocktail, you
Yeah,
make
that's
that
true.
an event and bring people in and they're interested how you're making a mocktail or cocktail or whatever drink you're making. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a tremendously like great idea. Like leveraging
Yes,
normal
sir.
procedures and not creating like special events for as events in your store, but rather creating normal everyday procedures into events that attract customers in.
Yes,
That's
sir.
a sly move there, Mr. Tony.
Thank you, sir.
So
You have to like try and sir.
you've got the secret sauce, my friend. So
Uh-huh.
another aspect to any business is the role of their staff, right? And
Yep,
because you're
yep,
just one person, you can't be at
yep.
10 places at the same time. So the issue with the staffing has always been is that how do you maintain that quality that you're showing me right now, right? You can deliver that quality,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
but
Yeah, 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 yeah.
how can you be sure your staff delivers that quality? How do you make sure they get the training that they need to make sure they work
Mm-hmm,
with customers in a customer centric way and they
mm-hmm.
deliver on the quality that you could deliver as an individual?
So one thing, Mr. Mohammed, with that, we normally have something called culture. So if you have a good culture around you, whoever joins the team, or whoever join you or comes in, will be interested to know how are things operated inside here, or how are things being done over here. So by having a good culture, this is how we operate over here, and you state it out loud that, like, this is what we do. these are the types of services we are offering, and this how we are going to do it. Someone comes in, you have to smile. It doesn't matter whatever you're going through, but now a customer comes in, and these at the end of the day, we have to create a paycheck, all of us. But now the thing is, all of us have to be on the same position whereby we have to be happy, make whoever is around us happy, and at the end of the day, everyone is happy. So that's the thing. A good culture, good system, and good it makes you progress day in, day out, step by step, Sam.
I mean, that's pretty advanced step right there, Tony. Culture is something that really big firms hire really expensive consultants to
Yeah.
sort out in their companies, and you've been doing that without, paying the really big bucks for that, and that's really advanced stuff. And
Yeah.
there's no wonder your business is performing so well, right?
Yes, Sam. Yes, Sam Mohammed. Yeah, that's true.
And yeah, so I think let's wrap up on one thing basically, and that is how where do you see your business going in the next 2 to 3 years? Let's not go too far. Next, where do you see yourself in the next year and the year after that?
So the thing is, the next 3 to 2 years, we are expecting us to be able to generate good revenue, whereby we are able to sustain the shops that we have right now and be able to open other shops. And for us to do that, we have to perfect in fields like customer service, good culture, having good systems, and maintaining on our lane where we're going, and maintaining in each and everything that these customer, even if it's a small thing, even if someone is like, no, man, you have to smile, man, you have to be neat, all those kind of things, like the good presentation of everything, good design of the shop, those kind of things are the things that are going to make you stand out, and those are the things that you're going to consider and push towards our successor, Mr. Mohammed. Back to you.
I mean, it's actually an opportunity to hear what we've heard today here, and to all my audience out there. I mean, you have a lot to learn from this conversation. We've learned how it's essential to be customer focused. You don't need
Yes.
big consultants. You don't need big systems. You don't need very high tech technology. You just need the
Yeah.
understanding of what customers need. As Mr. Tony
Yeah.
certainly has that understanding, and he has made sure that understanding is propagated down to his employees. And that's based on culture. Like, again, that culture is a really advanced technique, and Mr. Tony has a good understanding about that, and that's why his customer centric approach is also pushing towards his employees using that approach with their customers. Furthermore,
Yes, sir.
systems, and I cannot completely agree more. Systems are the core of any business. If you don't have a system, you're just planning to fail. And Mr. Tony,
That's
as he
true.
just mentioned, him having these systems has made sure he planned to succeed. Anything to close off this conversation with, Mr. Tony?
So thank you, Mr. Mohammed. And one of the things that I can close with is less embrace on the small things, less embrace on the customer reviews, less embrace on a good system, let's start from small, let's consider the minimum viable products. Those are the things that keep us going. You can't start from you can't start and kick up that fast. You have to start somewhere, and that's the things that we have to consider. So thank you so much for having me, Mr. Mohammed. See you next time.
The pleasure's all mine, Mr. Tony. And I think it's a good place to stop this conversation and let our viewers understand. Start small, but start. Don't think of big things and don't start. Start today, start small, take baby steps, and understand where you can just use a small bit of knowledge and a small bit of understanding to make your business succeed. With that, we're going to wrap up this podcast. Thank you for tuning in into the Global Titan Business Podcast, episode 1. And with that, it's a farewell from me and Mr. Tony here, and we'll see you
Thank
in
you
our
so
next
much.
podcast.
Thank you so much.